Jeff Jorgensen giving my final video assignment here. So, John, like I said, my name is Jeff. I'm here to go over your results that from the scales and the assessments that you took with Dr. Smith the other day. So the first one, or at least the first item I wanted to discuss is that there's no right or wrong way to take these assessments. There's no success or failure necessarily. You're not in trouble, but there are some concerning results. And so again, there's no right or wrong way to do these. We administer these tests so that we can get a concrete idea of what is going on in your head and how you are feeling and how you are experiencing life so that we can help you work through whatever challenges you're facing. So this right now is just to get on the same page. We're going to go over some of your results and come up with some kind of plan to move forward for the rest of the day and our next session, if that's okay with you. So the first thing I wanted to go over was your BAI assessment. This is a test that measures your general physiological responses and how you deal with anxiety and how anxiety is impacting your day-to-day life. You did have a moderate score on this, which means you're scoring above average anxiety. A couple items that stood out to me there were that you were feeling unable to relax and afraid of losing control. So these aren't ultimately concerning in of themselves, but they can be signs of a deeper issue. And we'll get to that in a minute. On your BHS assessment, this measures your general outlook for the future and how hopeful you are for your life. You also had a moderate score on this, meaning it's slightly concerning, maybe not a complete red flag, but it is something that we want to keep an eye on. A couple things that stood out from that test were that you feel like your future is very dark, but you still have great hope for the future and something that, again, paints a bit of a murky picture on our end is that you can't imagine what your life would look like in 10 years. So, again, that's not ultimately uncommon, not ultimately discouraging or alarming in of itself, but it's starting to paint a bit more of a picture of how you're feeling about your life. According to the scale for suicidal ideation that we had you take as well, we saw that you do have a strong desire to continue to live and that you have no desire to kill yourself. But this is where it gets a little complicated, where for the final assessment, the depression inventory we had you take, you endorsed that you would kill yourself if you had the chance and that you've seen a lot of failures in your life. And so ultimately, this paints a pretty bleak picture of how you're feeling right now, but it's not ultimately the most concerning thing in the world. We don't need to take drastic steps, but we do need to take some time to get on the same page and discuss if you're actually intending or feeling like you have to hurt yourself or you want to hurt yourself. I'd like to spend the rest of the day to discuss some form of suicide prevention plan and to decide what kind of steps we could take to make sure you don't hurt yourself. I'd also like to spend the rest of the day to discuss what is going on in your current life that is giving you value. What helps you wake up in the morning, and what are you hopeful for in the future? What things can we talk about that you are looking forward to experiencing in your life, and we can work on action steps to make those happen. Thank you so much.